guys, and welcome back to Cherry Blossom Corner. Today we're finishing Tell Me Why, the final chapter. So let's get into this. Oh, Allison's here. Yeah. Did you see us out on the lake?
So, yeah.
Yes, one way to put it. Hey, Allie. I think I'll just show myself out.
Okay, call me later?
You know I will.
Hi.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's totally fine. We were done anyway.
Catch anything?
Yeah?
Mostly ice, but yeah.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this, it's just been really hard on me.
Don't apologize. I was being an asshole. We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here.
Yay. Hugs. Everything's good.
God, why did I miss you so much? It's only been a day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
You dum-dum. Okay, so I need to show you something.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down for a sec?
Okay. Oh, the loft. The loft. Great. I wonder what we'll find.
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
Arson's not his style.
I'm not surprised. Burning down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place. He'd never hurt Mary Ann's kids. There's something else. Look at this. This was taken in 1992 when Mary Ann first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
We've come this far. And a hidden loft? That's got secret shit written all over it.
Let's go.
Oh, definitely.
Ugh, what a mess. That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah, we got our deadbeat dad to thank for that.
So obviously the ladder's gone, but what about that handle?
How did we
Is it
not
still here somewhere?
notice that before?
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain is going to some real dark places.
Don't worry. Whatever's up there, I'll protect you.
We'll see how chivalrous you feel when you've got bats in that perfectly coiffed hair.
Anything in here I can use? The answer is no. Well, what can I use? Can't I just like climb onto the car or whatever and just reach? I guess we're not that smart. Oh. Can I use the broom? No. What do you want from me? Oh, what's this?
The handle should be behind this.
Handle? It's a whole secret panel.
there
Oh
it
my
is.
god.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yep. Come on, let's find a way to climb up there.
I still don't know how he didn't see that before.
Well, that's way too high to jump. You want to give me a leg up?
I'm so not touching your nasty shoes. We'll find a ladder.
Okay. You mean this ladder right here? Whoa.
Can you see anything?
Nope, nada.
You mean besides the glowing room? Is there a light switch?
Here, found a switch.
Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless.
Holy shit. Well, that
Jump
shaved a
scare.
few years off my life.
It's really pretty.
Whoa.
One day she... Oh gosh, I'm trying to read all this.
It's
Her story.
look. She left us something.
Oh.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Okay.
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the...
Check the book.
Well, here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Mary Ann, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Spot the difference. Okay.
Okay. Spot the differences.
So, definitely that.
Moves. Oh. Some of these parts are buttons. Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Mary Ann from something. But not in this version? The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So, this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories or after.
Yeah, at some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Mary Ann.
There's a
Why
castle.
do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So Mary Ann ran away from home. And she grew up kinda rich?
I guess so. It's definitely that.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference.
Oh,
That's it.
we found it.
Whoa.
What's in there?
No.
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Mary Ann I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
Oh, poor
My
thing.
bird,
Why would she
Polly.
keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
I'll miss you forever.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Mary Ann.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No,
Oh,
it looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled, like someone tried to throw it away.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all been too much to deal with, and I realize I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I'm so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic? You think the guy with her is Brent from the letter?
I would guess so.
The gold lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Okay. Her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Okay, so there was a bird.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
She was a ballet dancer.
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
Let's see.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
Run away from engineering? I think. Hold on. See, looks like he was an artist, yeah. There.
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's opening.
Okay,
What's in there this time?
let's see. House.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No
Huh.
wonder she was so handy. Oh, so that's how she found the house. Her father.
Can I read it? I wanna read it. I can't read that handwriting. Okay, 5/17/1996. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had our funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m., and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin, Addie, something, brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in La Connor. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska or wherever you are and that you and your child are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All the suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. After dropping out of college and without a penny to your name, she only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know. Dad.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us.
Hmm.
Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Yeah. It's iffy. Okay.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head to which you're blind. Miss you already. Sorry, we're losing you to modern civilization. Bond for Dodge. You have the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you'll keep on shining wherever you land. Thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed. I like your pictures.
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
The crafty goblins, good deeds.
Hey, I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others.
Okay, I'm just
What's
looking.
this?
Some sort of map?
One day she took her tiara and ran away to the forest.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
That's the Gold Lady's castle. Some sort of clock?
Okay, hold on.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
So from the castle to
What's
this
that
place.
plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers. Some sort of clock?
To the clock making place to
This looks like a dinner party
that
with the old bear.
to
This
the
is the
house.
princess's. It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
Okay. So we'll try
What's
here.
that plant thing on top?
And
Oh, those are some sort of clock.
here.
This is the princess's house.
Here.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear
Did
and
I
the
do it?
very old beaver.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
Okay, the princess's loss. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to the house with nothing less left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She almost lost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress, and the trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where the sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it on her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all? Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night, the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night, she held the tiara close, and in the morning, she woke her to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though perhaps she gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry. But though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed upon a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as with the final scoop of dirt, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wen woman, alone and deep in the ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. Is that about
And that was how the princess lost her most precious
the
treasure
first child?
and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah. She got pregnant.
Yeah.
And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy.
And something happened to her baby.
But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. she just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we open it?
I just want to look.
Hey, I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others. Why don't we solve this one first?
Why are you so mean to me? Oh.
Here, the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back.
Did I not get all of them?
The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose. Back in your pond, Big Frog.
The bear? I missed the bear. But I was being so thorough. The bear is Sam, so it should have been somewhere in his place, but I looked everywhere in there. What? Hold on. I'm looking this up. It was in the desk? In the drawer. But I went to that desk and I couldn't open a drawer. Did the game glitch on me? Dang it. I remember it looks like, because I just looked it up. It was the desk with the laptop on it. And I literally was like rubbing against everything. I could not open the drawer. Oh, that's so annoying. Ah. Okay.
All right, should be easy enough.
Wait, what's I have to find out what the password is. It's color coded. Red, orange, yellow. Red is L. That's orange. What is it? Oh my gosh. I want to... E. Oh. Leo?
All right, should be easy enough.
L. So, there you go. E. No. Oh, God damn it. I'm still salty about the bear because I vividly remember trying to, like, I was going through everything so thoroughly before I talked to Sam. And I swear that I could not open that drawer. That makes me so mad.
Yes.
It was probably an achievement.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie,
I
we
was her son.
write stories to understand and be understood, but what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine for you for so long. All my love, Goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that why that's where her baby's buried?
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Leo. That tree's where she
Why didn't she
buried.
tell us
Oh
about
my
it?
god.
Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are we gonna dig up her baby?
Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Oh, okay, we're seeing the memory. I was like, we're not gonna dig up. I was like, what? Oh my goodness.
Baby blanket.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
I'm pretty sure the... Oh, I missed that one too. Okay.
The Mad Hunter, always on the princess's trail. The wise princess goes in the big wooden house, of course.
Okay, so I missed another one. Don't quite know what that one is, but I'm mad about the bear.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up...
The book and check. Okay. Promise I won't eat you. Okay. Salmon, berries, and a bluebell.
the book and check.
Salmon. Wait, what?
Fresh caught salmon?
Yeah.
A handful of ripe berries?
And a bluebell.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yeah.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple times this week, but you didn't answer. I can see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You were strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message, and I'm gonna get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. You can pass on the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it into the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal, Sam.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from the princess and the two thieves.
The princess and the two thieves. Okay, what did they steal? Fruits, nuts, and eggs.
I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Fruit.
Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
It was fruit. Fruits, nuts.
Some flour for the cake, maybe? Or not. Did they steal candy? Actually, I'm not sure.
Okay, so I guess nuts aren't there. Okay, so spoons and plates, forks and knives and blankets.
What if they took some spoons?
Yeah.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went.
You were the
She said
best
it was
mom
her
in the
favorite,
world.
and then one day it just disappeared.
The prettiest princess.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
So I know they dropped the beehive.
They broke open the beehive for the bear. They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. They helped fix the beaver dam. Maybe not.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, maybe it's this one. Okay, the moose, the old bear, and the princess.
Maybe not. They broke open the beehive for the bear.
There we go.
Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
Okay, Falcon Crossing is a specialty gifts boutique located near O'Shea Glacier, catering to Gastineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs, to personalized apparel, and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and crafts scene and customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcraft products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store co-owner Tessa Vecchi and up-and-coming artist Mary Ann Ronan. This business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operations. In year 1, Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan. What do you think? Oh.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Okay, the storm. Okay. So they did the pole, the roof, and the walls.
She fixed the roof shingles. She slapped the post with her tail to right it. She fixed the planks that... All right. Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Mary Ann, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish? He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Carol. Well, I'm sad I didn't get these last couple collectibles, but it's okay.
I wish she just explained all this to us.
I think that's everything in here, though. Pretty thorough.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah, I think so.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
Woo, we're in running mode now.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night.
I'm literally running. Okay.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Tell me who you are. Who is our father?
Almost.
Tom?
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course, it had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
Oh
We know his
gosh.
secret. He will. Tom? It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
Bruh. That's messed up. Poor Tessa.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Okay. He seemed like such a nice guy. He is not happy. Hi, Tom.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yeah.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
He was the one that told her to... Ooh. Try to burn down our barn or you let Marianne drown.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment. But she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
You tried to burn down our barn and
Oh,
knocked Tyler
shoot. I could have
unconscious.
talked.
I never meant to hurt anybody.
I forget
You
that he
weren't
can talk.
supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face. I had to do something.
Hey, you hearing me?
Yep. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah. He's just a fucking coward.
Does he really really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Ellie. I'd rather not think about it.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Oh, that's what you care about?
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything.
Oh my god. You're an idiot.
Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
That was convenient for you, huh? You preyed on her because she was vulnerable. And you knew you could always blame it on crazy Marianne Ronan if you got caught.
It was nothing like that. Nothing at all. Your mother was a very pretty woman.
Ew.
And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why?
We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
I'm campaigning.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign. Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
What do you mean?
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Okay.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Mad Hunter. I'm not gonna hurt you.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does.
What? Don't.
His name will be all but clear, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
He already knows.
And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
Freaking manipulate. That's manipulating right there, but.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
I don't know what to believe.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Yeah.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
I don't know. It does kind of make sense. She knew about him being transgender. So there's no reason that, and she supported it. So I don't know. She wouldn't be that mad about him cutting his hair. Unless like she did just literally snap.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same
That's
words.
true.
With the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. fuck? I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
I hate to say it, but I think Tom might be telling the truth. Oh,
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm going to kill you!
because we heard the exact same line when we were remembering the argument with Tom. The exact same line, the exact same way. And maybe in their eyes, they kind of misinterpreted it. And, you know, it was still self-defense in their minds, but they were just some scared little kids. So, but I think
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Tom's right.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. No, please. No, don't do this. Allison, this isn't what.
It was,
She was going to kill herself.
oh,
Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of
oh yeah,
explaining what she was going through.
that makes sense.
I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
That makes a lot of sense. It's weird how all that was just left there for them. Oh, man.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. We weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
Yeah. And that's okay.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
You thought you were protecting him.
Stop.
You didn't do it with, like, ill intentions. Not really.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. Always.
She was
That is the story
gonna kill
of how
herself
the
anyways,
crafty goblin
I guess.
rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
so she was probably gonna die either way. So, but what happened happened. You can't change the past. You just gotta move ahead to the future, and they'll be okay. I think this was a good decision. Although it's kind of sad that they're getting rid of the barn. Like, 'cause they'll be selling the whole place. Wish they could just stay there, but I get needing to have closure, but maybe I'm sure that they'll take a lot of the stuff, but they can't take the mechanisms really that were in there. But at least I got to see it. Oh, 6 months later. The lake is all thawed out. Okay. Tyler, no! Your luscious locks. I really like his hair. It looks kind of weird now,
One last look.
but
Good to go.
okay. What's up, man? Same. Man.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there. Okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
No.
Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The
I wanna look
observatory
at
really needed
everything.
me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome. Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass.
Oh, hell
Karma is
yeah.
a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you. It's too bad Tessa closed her cafe. That other place just doesn't quite hit the spot. I should have probably run these by his place. Or just drop them off at Bernie's. I should grab the rest of my stuff before I head out. Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Mayor Leslie Scout declared her victory for re-election. 68% of the vote. Scout invited him to join her mayoral cabinet, but he refused. Comment on the election results, associated plans focus on his family and other business pursuits. Oops. Meant to read the other one.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Okay. Calls for a legislative task force to examine law enforcement crisis. The public safety crisis is no secret among people of Alaska, especially those living in far and remote communities. Making a difference. Work for years. New measures. Proposed a shared supervision of publicly funded law enforcement in villages and native communities. Okay. Compact would enhance relations, allow impacted communities to better serve and help themselves. That's nice.
Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Dearest Tyler and Allison, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport while I soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I was called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the Spirit. I will not be coming back to Delos Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both. Perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband, I have never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children and always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with my Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared to allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I'm surprised how much better I feel with this out in the open. The greatest thing about truth is the peace it brings into your life. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. You've taught me once again how to love. How love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other always. In his steps, Tessa. Hey goblins, word in town is that you found the sold house. I came by tonight to help you fix what already needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want me to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. It's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be a little too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. Yes, I wish everything was... I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat. Oh, a bunch of cool stuff. Juneau University.
Seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, right. Must be relieved to finally be done with that place, no doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4. Traffic in Delos, only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die, I'll keep it warm. I'll see you in a few. Take your junk. Delos Crossing most wanted escapes. Fuzzy Bandit puts mail at peril once again. Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
Yeah.
Goodbye, broom. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon? For posterity.
Goblin. It is a really nice house, but hopefully someone else will have some good memories of this place. Hold on. Just wanna take one last look around. Can I go in here at all? No? Okay. I hope they were able to pack some of that stuff. And clean that out. Repaired
Goblins
that.
out.
Let's sit down for a bit. Your mom made this bench.
everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
That's good. One last time.
Time to move on.
Gorgeous view, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, let's skip it stone. Wow. You're really good at that. I've never skipped a stone in my life.
Still no beavers. Well, I'm right behind you guys.
Okay. I think that might be everything. Let me look at... Oh, here we go.
I hope the next goblin family bakes a lot of sand pies in this.
Yeah.
Hey there, little buddies. You keep an eye on this place for us, okay?
Little baby birds. Examine. Yes. Of course, we got our goblin.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Oh, cute. Fifth annual queer prom is the thing I've been telling you about. See you there. Cute. So they are together. That's awesome. Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah. Let's go. Bye. Bye, house. Man.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's some good closure. A little sad though. Saying goodbye to your childhood home, even if it's where your mom died.
Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
I think it'll be good for them. Closure's good. It's just sad to leave. But they'll move on to better things and they'll always have their memories. That was a really good game. So I didn't know what I was expecting at first, so I heard a little bit about it here and there, but I knew people had really good things to say about it, but didn't know much about it. But after playing it, I'm like, why didn't I play this sooner? It was really fun. It was really good. Got to unravel huge mystery. There was a lot of twists that I definitely wasn't expecting. And I know I missed a couple of collectibles, probably some achievements, but I'm okay. But yeah. I think there's different endings. But I might go back in my own time to see the other ending, but I like the decisions I made because it just makes sense to me a little more. And yeah. So yeah. That was quite the experience. Okay. Allison was grateful they completed Miriam's puzzle. 84% completed the puzzle. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. 0% believed in Tom's testimony? What? The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility for the murder. Sam felt understood by Allison. Michael felt closer to Tyler, 71%. Oh. If you're anyone you know or struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing emotional crisis, you can find help using these resources. You matter, and we need you in the world. And you can call those numbers if you do need that. I think those are current. If they're not, Google them. But really, 0% agreed with Tom's testimony? Dang. That's crazy. Okay. I felt good about that decision, but dang. Well, I made the decision that I did. Maybe I'll go back and decide some other things. But yeah. This was anyways. Either way, no matter what decision people made, this was an amazing game. It was an amazing story to go through. So it was so good. And I don't know. I like the ending that I got. It was kind of sad to leave the house, but I think, I think they really needed to move on and, be their own people and live their life. Because I'm sure that their mom would have wanted them to move on. And, of course, they're not going to forget her or anything, but they need to move past their grief and their guilt and everything. They just need to have their own kind of life. So, but that is going to be it for this series. It wasn't a very long one. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that might be. Bye-bye.